Only bears. Tick tick. That's sick up, isn't it? Let me tell you. Let's see what's on now. Oh, it's bright. Hello. Hello. Hello, YouTube. Doesn't eat your eye. Once you do it, you just can't stop, can you? So, turn that off. What's that? I haven't got my heat seat on one. I wonder if it's a bit. Turn that off. Today I'll mostly be peed off. Camper was like flat. Is that happy? Hello. Yeah, my camper was flat. I thought, I've fixed the pipe, but it's cracked another bit of plastic. I thought we have to give in and get a new valve. Yeah, right. Had McDonald's for dinner, and I thought I'd just come and charge my car up. I've got nothing else to go. I've got nothing to go home for. Anyway, that's heavy, that steering. Hello. I'm good, yeah. Yeah, I'm alright actually. Went down to fix my motorhome. I thought I'll move it, put it on the ramps so I can get underneath it. It's just like not even turn up. Oh, bloody hell. Never mind. That's, you know, these things are sent to try you, aren't they? Not on my car. Yeah, it's alright. Don't mind it. It's handy because it saves me walking. She's an old girl now, 64 reg, so that's that. 12-year-old? 11.5-year-old now, I suppose. Ain't gonna be long, be 12-year-old, and 13, 14, 15. Surprised how fast time goes, really, isn't it? Goes pretty quick. I think so. Yeah, so I'll have to go down Saturday, see if it starts. Hopefully it'll start, but there you go. If it don't, isn't it? Casey Marmo, is that your name? Is that seriously your name? Marmo. Hello, David. Hello, Roy. J2. What's your surname, O? J2O. Yummy, yummy. One person, no one. I get more people on YouTube now. There's 10 of you watching. I don't know what my stream's about. People say, what's your stream about? Hello. But I don't really have a subject as such. Joanna, hello. I think a lot of people are going to want solar panels now, and everyone goes a bit of a panic, don't they? All right, mate. I'll tell you what that seems to do. about every hour, I don't know if that's how it should work, about every hour it gives you an updated location, roughly. But we'll see. I think it's alright, seems okay. My motorhome's flat battery, I thought, kid hell. Went down, you just thought, God. You know, when you get in it and it's making this weird, like the interior light was bright, not very bright, you alright mate? And I thought, oh, here we go. And the reversing camera was going, I thought, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a diesel in the pump, these power, I thought, oh, right. Nothing, absolutely flat. I thought, oh God. Well, there you go. That's, you know, that's life, isn't it? Life is sent to try you, isn't it? Am I good? Yeah. I'm alright, thank you. Gary, are we mates? Don't know. Are we? Mate, seriously, in some of the things you sort of said in the past, I'm like, mate, just go like hello. You know, you don't need to impress me. I'm not impressed by what you are, what you do with your fingers, where you put them. What are we doing? I know I'm charging my car. I went down to do my motorhome, fixed the pipe that I'd knocked off. Took this. We got this soldering kit. There's these little squiggles, and you put it in the plastic, and it welds it. It's brilliant. Don't worry about apologising, mate. I don't know. People do stuff they think it's gonna impress you. You know, it's like just a normal person impresses me nowadays. There's too many people out there trying to impress. It's like you don't need to impress anyone. Just like say hello, isn't it? That's me. That's my thoughts. You know, don't have to agree. Make me happy. No, you don't need to make me happy. Say hello. That's more than happy enough, isn't it? And like council, I don't know why you don't just call you your name, but that's me. That's me. Don't ignore me, innit? I don't mind people knowing my name, but some people don't want people knowing their name like that. I just find online's a bit strange. People don't use their name, and how are you supposed to talk to someone? How do you address them? You know, I think you should address everyone by your name. I do, but you know, obviously I'm old, aren't I? And maybe I'm too trusting that people ain't gonna. I'm alright actually. I'm not unhappy. You know. Apart from Northampton last night, and that made me unhappy. Then I'm trying to get under it. I'm thinking, fucking hell, no trolley jacks, nothing. No, I don't mind anyway. You've just been dapped. You're just like, you've never given me ass or anything, have you? Hello, what's that? You're not that old? No, I'm not that old. 62. I'm not young, but I'm not that old. Got plenty of years in me yet. I think I keep saying you're born and you die, and as long as you enjoy the middle bit, isn't it? You can't chase things. Lots of people are going to have more stuff than you. You know, better cars and more money and bigger houses and run a bit quicker than you. But everybody thinks everyone else is better off, don't they? I think so. Happy Thursday, you alright, James? A ruby the size of a tangerine? What the heck? What, Larry Lamb? He's not even alive, is he? No, I'm not Larry Lamb. My name is Gary Cambridge. That's why it says it up there, look, up the top here. I'm not, I don't know, I'm not sort of artistic enough to call myself something else. Grass isn't greener. Sometimes it is, isn't it? Because people do get on your nerves, don't they? I'm sure, like, I don't know, a lot of people where they work, they think, you know, I think life is, you can be sort of, you ain't going to be blissfully happy, but you're going to be reasonably happy. As long as I'm reasonably not upset, then that's fine, isn't it? You know, and I'd have a day where I don't want anything major going on. I don't want like sort of big dramas, and you know, I want like nice thing. Did you? No, I haven't, mate. I haven't. I need to go. I've got to go, mate. I'm addicted now. I might go the weekend with a girlfriend. I'll tell her I'm treating her. Come on, girl, I'll take you out. I'll treat you. It's a bit of a treatment, isn't it? The thing is, takeaway. I just had McDonald's. I think it was 2 fillets and a coffee. It was 12 quid or something. And that don't sound a lot, does it? But when I was young, it's like takeaway was, you know, once a week. Really, it was like fish and chips, probably, wasn't it? Is it nice? It's Michael Caine from Batman. What the heck? Who I reminded of? What, Larry Lamb? I do look like, and also Bowen. What's his name? Jim Bowen? No, Bullseye, innit? Oh yes, I love it, mate. I don't really watch the telly, but I watch the clips on YouTube and TikTok and that. I see the clips, and there was Sean Locke and Jimmy Carr and that sort of stuff. They're all they're all great, aren't they? Sean Locke, what a good comedian, wasn't he, really? But I bet none of us appreciated him when he was alive. Now he's gone, we're like, oh, how good he was. We don't realise, do we? Do I remember you? Yeah, I think so. To a chippy say a joke. The internet is full of sensible people. That's a joke, isn't it? What? Cat in the game. Yeah. Hello, Anna. It's just I remember seeing a documentary something about Hancock. Was it Tommy Hancock? The Hancock's half hour old. And he was a manic depressive, and you think, wow. I suppose it's hard performing, isn't it? Actually performing. Yeah, but do you know what, mate? I reckon they struggle. I reckon a lot of them comedians struggle with stuff because a lot of people struggle, don't they? Really, you really want to have like as less stress-free life as you can in it. Really, if you got no worries, it's good, isn't it? What? When did you go bald? I don't know. I'm not actually bald. There is hair there, not a lot, but do you know what? I look like this now, so why would I want to look younger? I don't really want to look younger. I want to look like this. Could I go for plastic surgery? Probably. What, tie it all around my neck, put it up behind your ears, don't know, something. But imagine that, just to make you look, I don't know, like who you are, isn't it? Like who you are, and become really fit, and have a pucker body, innit? Then it doesn't matter what you look like, innit? You take your top off and you're like, oh my god, look at that. But there you go. When you focus on material stuff and you get it doesn't change, right? No, it never does, does it? People struggle. Yeah, they do. They do struggle. Jimmy Carr says that sometimes people become comedians. Maybe, yeah. Only nice home is different vast cars. I think you just have to. Do I think 29 is old? You've asked me that, mate. You're going to ask me that. Are you going to still ask me, is 29 old when you're like 67? I'm going to be dead, mate, by then. What's that? Imagine care what I've put. Well, I think we do. Secretly we want to be liked. We don't want to be disliked. But when you think, I can't control what other people think of me, and they're going to like me or think I'm an idiot or whatever. People always say, oh, I wouldn't do that. Well, exactly, that's why I've done it, because you wouldn't do it. And you can't really, even I want to be liked. You still want to be liked, don't you? But I don't really care if someone dislikes me in a way, because it's too much hard. Well, plastic surgery, what about if you've had something, if you've had like breast cancer and then you sort of you want reconstructive surgery or something? Yeah, you are what you are, aren't you? I am here now, and I've got these wrinkles or whatever now, isn't it? And really, it's not what you look like, it's how your body is. This is what I keep saying, it's your heart rate, your cholesterol, your spleen, your liver, your kidneys, your joints, all this sort of stuff. If they're all working okay, and your mind's not too bad, you've got a pretty sorted life, isn't it? I prefer a car over the house. Well, you want to live in it then, isn't it? A house over a flashy car. Yeah, well, you got to live somewhere, haven't you? Oh, for beauty. Well, but people do, don't they? I mean, maybe I don't know. You think something's wrong, and you think if I have a smaller nose or whatever, or I don't know if I have this, tummy tuck or something. And if it's really getting you down, then you can go and have it done. Maybe it's worth it, isn't it? Because a lot of it's confidence, isn't it? If you're confident, that's what you get when you're of age, isn't it? When you get older, you get confident. One big ear. That's because you listen too much. I bet you got dodgy eyes, and all you're looking at the old You do the old, like, you do the slanty bit around the curtains. Do you go like an angle so you can open the curtain too much? I've only got a big wallet. You know, that's it. There's nothing in it. It's just a big wallet. I like you, Gary. You're funny. Well, you actually see me later on. Pancras is one that, what? Gets in trouble, is it? That feeling jumping in Oscar. It's not patched. Well, it is, because you have it long enough, you keep jumping in it and drive it a lot, then it frigging goes wrong, and you think, ah, bloody hell, it's a pain in the arse. So they look like fog. Have you gone around with, like, they'll put them around the floor? They look like scratches. Roadman. Well, you know, I want to be a roadman before I go. That's what I'm dreaming. The pinnacle of my life will be a roadman. Okay, I want to be a roadman now. I'll have a come in, I'm a roadman. It's like, what are you doing? Fixing the potholes? I love it. It's all macho, and it's all macho stuff, isn't it? And I've always been pretty boring. I always think, you know, I'll never sort of wanted to get in with the fashion shit and all this. Buff for myself, a bit of tea card, do that, because only plastic, isn't it? What's nice? Oh, what's a nice card can mean a lot of them things. Very true. Am I retired? No, I still work. And tonight I was under my motorhome, and my hair's all like, it's been round the floor, isn't it? Oh God, I'm gonna have to wash that later. I ain't gonna get out of bed like that. That's a dead cert. I might go swimming tomorrow. Who knows? I might go swimming. Might go to the gym. Who knows? Who cares? It's idiotic and fake that roadmen. I love it. Next race, what running race? May, I think, sometime in May. I've got a 10k. I think it might be the Bognor 10k. I don't know. Bognor Regis 10k, or Little Hampton, something like that, down that way. I could go running tomorrow morning, I suppose. But I don't like the swimming because it's boring, but it feels easier than running. Running feels hard work. But running, I think running is good. I think you don't have to run that far to get the same feeling as you've been in the gym for like 2 hours or something. Cycling as well, I think it feels to me like an hour's running feels like 3 hours of cycling. And when I say cycle, I don't mean going like that, having a look around. I mean really pumping it, innit? But I don't know. See what time I get up, I suppose. What time I wake up, and I don't know. See what I fancy, I suppose. Hopefully, be using my push bike soon, isn't it? Just put on a there we are. Are you seeing how fast they run? Mental, isn't it? That 2 hour marathon now, was it 2 hour? I think that's 13 miles an hour. Imagine running at 13 miles an hour for 2 hours. That is just crazy. You see them elite athletes, boy. They are. And running's a right leveler, isn't it? An absolute real right leveler. A bit like golf. I've never played golf, but I can imagine that's. How did? Oh, I've got to do it, mate. I've got to do it. Where do you want me to leave it? Where though? I don't know what one you want me to do. Did you send me a link? Is it a Checkatrade or not Checkatrade? Send me the link and I'll do it for you. I've got it here, look. It's here. How do you want a tracker, look? Well, technically that's not a tracker. Alright, cheers, mate. It's like a security device. But it's only a card, look. Look, it's the size of a card. Look how thin it is, that. It's just like a card. And that you can log into it. It's got about 2.5 year battery. No, it's not a tracker. That's why I said it's not a tracker. It's not a tracker, but it sort of does track, doesn't it? If that makes sense. You know. And the proofs, you only know it when your motor gets stolen, and you go, ah. Well, as I said to you last night, you don't want people to have their things stolen, but it's you. And most of the time you don't need to know, innit? You don't need to know where it is, do you? Because you know where you parked it. It's just if you come back and it's missing, you go, ah. It's just like, shit, where is it? Because that's the thing, that's what I was saying to you last night. You really, when your car's stolen, or your motorbike or whatever, you just want to find it, don't you, really? I've always thought a mobile phone wouldn't be a bad thing, but could you leave it powered up all the time, innit, I suppose? Ghost, what's this? You can be running shoes that give you a bit of spring in your step. I appeared in your dream? Of course I did. Down South End, oh yeah? Right, okay. Hey, what, am I coming down then? Are you inviting me down? South End, let's go to South End. I've been to South End. I went to South End and I thought, fuck it, I can't believe I've ridden all the way here. And like, what for? Shows you can't leave your bike, innit? You can't leave your bike. Who are you then? Do you know me? I just wish people would rather have a load of numbers, innit? Everyone has nightmares. Well, that's the trouble, isn't it? Why would you want me in your dream? I don't know. That's a bit weird. Unless you think I'm going to pay you money, then you could say, oh, I'll get that Gary and give me some money. No, you won't. I love when people when you say, can you help me? Well, no, I can't help you. I'm horrible. I was streaming in my drive. I was driving along streaming. Yeah, look at me. I got a warning on TikTok. You know why? Because I thought I was driving, apparently. I was sitting there doing nothing. Weird, isn't it? Oh, bloody weird, TikTok. They ban you for everything. It's like, hello, I won't ban you. Pay if you what? Pay what? Gary, pay if you love him long time. Who? Who do I love? What sort of car meet is it, though? I think car meets are great, but it's when you get the idiots that drive and they're doing these burnouts and donuts. You think, and I've seen videos where people get hurt, and you think, wow, you know, just don't drive like that, innit? Oh, fellas, do you know me then? Do you know me? Do you actually know me? I was speaking when at Jemka, waiting for a car. It was like, oh, you got to wait and pay. I went, no, I'm going to get the key. You can bugger off and I'll pay. Anyway, this bloke went, oh, Gary? I went, yeah. Gary Cambridge? He went, yeah. He said, I watch you on TikTok. Bloody hell. And I remember him, he said, oh, he works for Jemka in my life. I went, oh, well, I know. I said, oh, I know Cambridge Motors, blah, 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 blah. And I met him the other day. He said, I was watching on TikTok. I said, why? you got to get a life. But I think, I like people watching me. I think it's great. Look at Tony's Top Revs is in here. Why do you call yourself Tony's Top Revs? What's that all about? You got an electric car, mate. You ain't going to be revving that much, are you? Yeah, you're rubbish. Here, wait, Tony, you there? Check it out, mate. Look. Say hello if you're there. Or are you too shy? He's either too famous or too shy, I think. I've decided people are either too famous or too shy to go hello. And I think, just say hello to people, wouldn't it? What's that? Wouldn't you like to know? I'll show you. I'll show you. Because I did say, right, I didn't get this free. I probably could have had it free. I don't want it free though, because then the way I look at it, if it ain't free, I can be honest and go, crap. Or I can go, no, it's good. Yeah. He's watching in here actually, Holden Tech. He's watching here. Too fame. Look how thin it is, that. He says it's got about 2.5. This is what the man told me. I don't know. I've only had it not even a week. Basically, the app tells you where it is. It's not a tracker though. It's basically a stolen vehicle recovery thing. Don't know what you want to call it. And the idea is it piggybacks off the phone network, basically. And it seems to me about every hour it will log in. So, and I thought, well, I'll try it for a week, see what happens. If it seems okay, I'll chuck it in my thing. That's not a tracker. Donuts, do donuts, yeah, exactly. What do you think of the Mitsubishi 3000 GT? Don't know, I've never had one, mate. I would think it's, well, it's sort of a tracker, but it's not a tracker. A tracker, what you do is you log into it and you can see exactly where it's going. I've got trackers on my motorhome and my camera, and you log in out and it sees it. This will, it's more like, it's another way of getting it back, and it's covert, isn't it? You haven't got to have it plugged in. So there's no, you don't have to have a battery. And after about 2 years, it's about 60 quid for it. Well, it's not a tracker. Well, it is a tracker because it does track. There is an element of tracking in it, but what you got to do is you got to give it to someone. Yeah, but basically what it is, you message them and then they send out. It's mainly for stolen vehicles to get it back. That's mainly its main job, I feel. And what they do is they will. The way I see it, look, when you all these things like a ghost immobiliser, 500 quid tracker, that they're all money, but you stand a chance of getting your motor back. Then it's £6 a month. Well, £6 a month, that's nothing, is it? Really? Well, not nothing. It's how much would you pay to get your motor back? And the idea is when it gets nicked, you tell them, and then they go out and recover the vehicle for you. That's the plan, you know. But hopefully you don't want it. You don't want your motor nicked, do you? But the problem is, some of the day she was saying her friend had a Jag, and they nicked it. And I mean, I've got a steering bar down there. This thing here, look. Where is it? Yeah. This. See, now people tell me these are shit. You can chew that off with your teeth. How very much same price next to ice cream. Well, yeah, but see this as well. How many of you have got one of these? And why, if you haven't got one of these, why have you not got one of these? I don't understand. What's your reason for not having one of these on your car? Tell me what your reason is. Oh, actually, no. If your car got stolen, do you wish it hadn't got stolen? Would you wish you hadn't got stolen? If you say yes, what are you doing to prevent it? Should you have to? No, because like as I said, when our demise went in the gutter, I said about having your back door kicked in, smashed in, and then we all went like nuts, didn't we? And it was just a crazy life that was, right? Well, yeah, but you rejoice because your car is as old as me. So your car is old. But like that, I don't get why everyone's not got one of these. I don't even need. This has got a track and everything on it. It's electric. You can't start it. But why not? I do not understand it. The lady, they come out of the cafe, went in their car, talk about stuff, and I said a ghost, and she went, "How much are they?" I went, 500 quid. She went, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, but you go like that." I said, "But how much would you pay when your car's stolen? You know, what would you give to not have it stolen?" And I think you've got to spend plenty of time, innit? If you go into your shed and you take 10 minutes to unchain your lawnmower, I'm pretty sure your lawnmower will always be there. Can you be bothered? What you're 1, 2? What? What do you mean? Oh, me, I'm 12. Oh, well, that's what I find. No one's told me why if you haven't got one of these on your car, why have you not got one? You chuck it on the floor, put it on. Why have you not got one? Because you can I guarantee, but everyone will tell you how quickly you can take it off. You can take it off. And I've had people say you can take it off with your teeth. I'm looking for someone to take this off with their teeth. I'm going to give them 300 quid. If you can chew this off with your teeth, I'm happy. But if you don't chew it off, I want 500 quid. How's that sound? I'm not too worried about it. I'm not worried more about the insurance. I'm on a trade policy. But for me, it's more they can't. I'm slowing them down. They come with a lorry. If they really want it, they come with a lorry, innit? And, what do you do if they come and they're tooled up or they've got stuff that fire bullets? What are you going to do? Well, you're going to man up and go, "You ain't taking my BM. Yeah, good luck." And they kneecap you. It's like, yeah, well, good luck. What, over a car? No, you ain't going to. But I just think simple things, isn't it? Simple things. What am I talking about? I want to know. Jaws enters the chat. Yeah, anyone like Jaws? No, he doesn't qualify. Oh, you want to see your teeth? I think you want a tracker, you want a ghost, and maybe an additional thing like this thing here. I think just chuck that on. You can buy cheap trackers and put your own SIM card in, but the ones you put on yourself, they all seem a little bit. They block up. They don't work. But yeah, physical things are good, aren't they? If you've got a really good car, why are you not putting a wheel clamp on it? Is it a hassle? Yes, but it's less hassle than the amount upset I'd be when it's gone. That's my thoughts. You don't have to. You go, oh no, I wouldn't care. Paid out by insurance. Yeah, but do you really want to claim on your insurance? I'd rather not claim on insurance. I'd rather do as much as I can myself. So when you spend what? A Ghost is about 500. Trackers say 300 and 500, so it's 1,300 quid. How much would you give? How much would you give the morning you come out and your motor's nicked, or you come back off holiday and it's been nicked from Gatwick? How much would you give that day to go back in time so your car wasn't stolen? What value would you place on that? If you say 50 quid, don't do nothing then, isn't it? What's with all the surveillance trackers? No, I'm always into trackers, mate. I think they're a great idea. I think this is a brilliant idea. This is simple, and it's simple. Just click, put it on, isn't it? But I think, I don't know. I just think I work hard for my stuff, and I want to try and keep it. You know, I think there's too many people out there to steal my stuff. Trying to keep it. Yeah, well, that's different. If you really want to do a job that's of the insurance kind, then that's different, isn't it? You go, no, I don't care if they nick it. But if you've ever had anything stolen, a car, a motorbike, your house has been broken into, you just feel so violated. You just think, oh, work hard. What gives someone the right to steal my stuff? Nothing. What gives the right to someone to steal my phone? What gives the right to someone to damage my car? Why? What's this all about? You know, where did this come from? You know, I think I didn't sign up to this. I signed up to, I want to keep hold of my stuff. And I've had stuff nicked, and you just feel gutted. You feel empty. You know, you think, you can't believe it, can you? You can't. I just think you should have all these sort of things on them. Do put on as much as you can, innit? People say, oh, you're OCD, you're over the top. Did you? I hope you jumped on him. People go, oh, and when you go out on your motorbike, you don't chain it up because, I do, but you don't chain it up because you feel a bit of a whip. All your mates go, oh, what are you doing? Are you going in the pub? And I've had bikes nicked. You come out and you're like, oh, now I ain't got a bike. And how'd you get home? You can't get home, and you lost your bike. It's like, what? I'm alright, thank you. But you've got to do what you want to do, innit? You've got to say, I don't want to do it. And the amount of them relay thefts, none of them have got one of them simple steering bars, have they? I do not understand that. You know, they go to having this really nice car. Another thing, if you're going to have finance, get gap insurance, innit? You lock the door. You got to make them. You got to think like they do, innit? You got to make sure everything's locked up and chained up. Make sure your doors, does everything lock correctly? Do the windows lock? You shouldn't have to do any of this. You should have to do none of it. You know what? Because no one should come in and steal your stuff. No one should steal my car. But unfortunately, it's not like that, is it? They don't care. What's gap insurance? Right. I'll tell you about gap insurance. I'm right, thank you. Gap insurance is, if you have a car on finance, say it's like a 20 grand car, and you're putting 15 grand deposit down, don't bother. But if you're putting £1,000 down, you're going to borrow 19 grand. The gap insurance, it pays the gap from what the insurance pay out to what you owe. So, because bearing in mind, you imagine having a car 6 months, your car gets stolen. How much interest is on the loan, plus you've got to pay it all back, and the insurance will pay back. They won't pay the interest, and there's a gap, isn't there? There's an amount to pay. There's an amount to pay, and basically that's called the gap, and the gap insurance pays that. So I would recommend anybody, unless if you put a lot of deposit down, then it's fine. It's fine because you've got a lot of equity in the car. But if you haven't put a big deposit down, which sadly now people seem to put like £1,000 down on a 20 grand car, 25 grand car, I'm like, wow. Another good credit, but right. So if you pay outright, no, you don't need, because there's no gap, is it? There's no gap. What it is, say your car. Say it was a 15 grand car, the insurance is going to give you 9 grand, or you're going to argue give you 11. There's 4 grand plus there's interest, maybe 2 grand. So there could be 6 grand. You've done nothing wrong. This is where it's annoying, isn't it? You've done nothing wrong. Suddenly you've got no car and you still owe 6 grand. You think, shit. So that's why gap insurance is important. We don't sell gap insurance. We should do, because I should ramp it up. I should say buy it for like, I don't know, say 300 quid and sell it to you for 500 quid, which is exactly what the way of the world is. Everything's upsell. You know, do you want, you know, do you want me to clean your shoes? Where do you sit? What hotel do you want? Upgrade to the cruise control? It's all upsell. Upsell's where the money is, isn't it? But we don't. I mean, I'll explain to anyone, mate. Don't bother me. I think you should be aware of these things. And too many people are like, yeah, I want it. Yeah. It's like, slow down. Slow down. Don't sign it. Make sure you know what you're doing, innit? Well, you don't have to buy in cash, but yeah, but if you really want a Range Rover, buy it, innit? If you really think, look, I suppose if it's put this way, look, I think, is it really gonna make me happy? Yeah, we'll do it then, innit? I mean, I do like saving up. I've always been boring. I like to save up for stuff. But that's me. I want to save up. I want to delay my gratification. You know, I'm not really into cars, so even if I don't do the lottery, but even if I'd won, even if I won like 5 million quid or something like that, or even £1 million, would I want to get a supercar? No. Would I want to get a hypercar? No. I'll probably just do nothing, actually. I'll just do nothing. Well, houses are they? Freelander, I suppose it depends how old it is. You know, Freelanders like like Jaguar Land Rover in it, and they don't seem to have a very good reliability thing, do they? I don't know what you call it, a good name for reliability. They're very nice. I'm sure if you got on a Vogue, you go, oh, look at this Range Rover Vogue, it's pucker. You know, it goes really well, or Discovery or something like that. Fantastic. But that's the thing, see, cars are so expensive. That's why PCP is good if you can't afford to repair it. And if you can't afford to repair it, and the repairs are crazy money now, aren't they? Some of these, well, gearbox went, there's no, you know what that is? That's literally the owners that have had it have never changed the oil in the gearbox, have they, ever? Just driven it, and the gearbox went like that. If you change the oil regularly, it wouldn't go, would it? And if you, this is what I said to someone today, I said, if you literally treat your car gently, it's going to last, isn't it? Yeah, I do remember. If you had a 400 house in 10 years, yeah, I know, but you that's a big chunk of money, isn't it? Where you can buy, you can have a lot of flash for not much cash, can't you? You can have, because cars devalue quite a lot, so you might even want some sort of, I don't know, some Merc convertible, or even Ferraris and things like that. Yeah, people going about the right one, but I don't understand them. You know, a GT3, do I understand it? No, it just looks like a 911 to me. That's because I'm not into them. If you're into them sort of things, then you would understand it. Where you'd say, oh no, the GT3's got the carbon disc, it's got, you know, it's got this, but I don't understand it. I'm not interested in it. Punctured bicycle. What? Hillside. What? Yeah, no, but that's different, isn't it? You're talking about a house is different, isn't it? A house is, Phil Jones, yeah, I think you said they just changed to Washington or something. Who's scary? I'm not scary. Yeah, I don't know. Look, everyone's got to do what they want to do, innit? Life is short, and just make sure you're happy and you're doing things that you enjoy, innit? Even if you enjoy your car, look, I say, look, if you've gone and got finance on a car, but you absolutely love it, you love the car, you love driving it, it's, you know, it makes you smile every time you drive. It's brilliant. It's doing a brilliant job, isn't it? But if it's, you know, if you still feel like that after a year, great. You know, but if you literally get it and, oh, I don't know, you want a different one, then you're that, and I know people don't have them very long, and they in some negative equity, and they're sort of getting other loans to pay off the negative, and they've got this loan going, and you think, guys, you know, you're digging holes. Don't dig holes. Don't make the you're making the banks rich, aren't you? You good magic tricks? No, not really. I don't really know magic. There isn't no magic, is there? Where's that? Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I agree with you. I would always say, you know, these youngsters, I mean, do anything to get your own flat or something, or even a studio flat or whatever. because it won't go down in value, will it? It always seems to. Cars seem to, sorry, property just seems to increase, doesn't it? Where cars seem to lose money, but you need a car, don't you? Nah, well, it's all right on finance. Depends how long you're gonna have it. You know, I think my Leaf, I had it over 4 years, but I've had it now 6, 8 years, 8 or 9 years. So you go, well, actually, you know, if you have it 4 years and keep it 10 years, it doesn't matter, does it? Because the car, you know, you're well out of it. But if you had the finance over, you know, 3 years and you only have it a year, it's like, wow, you know, you got to be in for the long haul, haven't you? You got to be in for if you got a long-term mindset, nothing's a problem, is it? But it's when you get itchy feet, isn't it? You get itchy feet and you think, oh, I want that other car, or I don't know, you go shopping and you buy all this stuff, and you think, it ain't making me happy, is it? I don't know if he's here or not. What? You can't. Yeah, but I mean, I've always said you should buy second hand. And second hand, well, straight away, because if you buy a new car, you got the VAT, haven't you? Unless you're VAT registered, you can buy it through your business, because then you claim the VAT back. But if you're not, you got 20% VAT. All right, mate. I'll go nowhere, mate. I've been down to repair my camper, McDonald's, and I thought I'm gonna shoot in here and just sit here and charge up. Itchy feet. You know, you look for number 5, but oh, I can't remember what I was saying now. No, I can't think. Couldn't have been important. But yeah, it's not. There's no right or wrong way, is there? You know, it's what you want. You know, each of us, we're allowed to have what we want. Oh yeah, no, that's what I say. Yeah, straight away when you buy a vehicle, obviously it's VAT, so that's 20%. So if it was a 50 grand car, yeah, it's a 40 grand car. But if you buy it and it's, say, a year old, 9 months old or something like that, or 6 months old, it's lost an ex-demo. It's lost a big chunk of money, isn't it? But the problem is, see, us poor people, we need the rich people to buy the new cars so that we can have our second-hand cars. Would you recommend a garage sale or private for second-hand? I'd recommend going somewhere where you can trust. If you think you can trust that person, then it doesn't matter who you're buying it from, because you trust them. You know, and if you don't know about the car, make sure that you get someone to go with you to vet the car. You don't need to look at the door handles or the windows and the paint. You can see all that, can't you? And the stereo, you can see that. The aircon, you can feel whether it's cold. But you need things like, is the engine any good, isn't it? I'd rather have one really good quiche. God, I don't know. That you'd have to sort of, it's who you trust, isn't it? Do you think you trust that person who's selling the car? If you do, it's the end, isn't it? I feel like I could trust. Being honest, yeah, you could. Me and my brother, we're like that, aren't we? We're not. You know, anyone comes in now, we always say, look, why don't you have it on finance, because we think it's better. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you could stitch a few people up. Just once you're trusted, you could rip people off so easy. So easy. They trust you. We've got customers, they just trust you. You could do anything. Do you know what? You could just rinse them. Be like the Blue Rinsky Brigade. Called the Rinse Brothers. What you can? Would you like mints? No, we're not rinsing people. What's that? Trusted so-called salesman. Well, it doesn't. That don't mean whether he's honest or not, does it? I'm not honest. I've never lied. I've never told a lie in my life. Of course, I've told a lie. But you know, and you can't ask me what a car's like. I'm selling a car. How can you ask me what it's like? I'm selling it to you. You know, I would tell you. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's alright. I was shy. But you know, that's my opinion. You know, but I don't know. You learn, don't you? You learn the hard way. That's the trouble. You learn the hard way if you can trust them or not. What's this? Here's some wise advice. Do you ever drop for a little for a cash sale? Sometimes. I told you, our cars are too cheap. I can't be bothered now. I'm like, shut up. Do not even say anything. I think stick them up 500 quid more. It's a 15,200. You'd still ring me as 15,700. You know what? Straight away, I've got 500 quid. All you're worried about is what I'm going to knock off. That's all you care about. Not you, everybody, even me. All you care about, it's a hook. The moment someone's giving you a discount, you're like, and you want it, don't you? It's rubbish, isn't it? go out for an holiday and they go, oh, it comes with free transfers, free this, free that, free donuts in the afternoon. Oh my gosh, free donuts. And we're knocked 200 quid off. Oh, God, I got all that. Yeah, you mug, you paid 800 quid more for the holiday. Oh, yeah, but I got free donuts. It's just nuts, isn't it? So I think all the cars should be a bit more money. Everybody wants a discount. I'm thinking just stick them out of 300 quid, give you a free tank of fuel and a year's road tax. But my brother don't want to do it, so I can't be bothered. That's my fault. I think you'd still ring if the car was 300 quid more. I still think you'd ring. I really do. And all this go on Auto Trader. Auto Trader tells you like good price, bad price, rubbish. Well, you know what they're all worth. Surely you're gonna. I don't care what car you're gonna buy. You know, if it's the one you want, what you're not gonna go and buy it if you think it's a little bit too dear. And what's too dear? You're not. You'll straight away think I'll get a discount. Everybody, it's FOMO, isn't it? You give them all this bullshit FOMO and they love it. Everybody laps it up, and you're straight. People don't like it. They're like, oh, well, you must be able to knock off. No, just don't go away. Don't buy it. It's too dear. I agree. Go away. Tell me to race to the bottom, isn't it? You can't deny premium. Can have a shout out if you want to. What's this? Question of you, Gary. Rank these comedians. Who do you use best? Hayden Pace, Monty Python, Jimmy Carr. Probably Monty Python, Jimmy Carr, Hayden Pace, then the other one, that Roy. Yeah, you'd have to come in it. And obviously, if you've had the car, say we've had the car in stock a while, obviously you're going to do a better deal, aren't you? Because you don't want to keep it forever, you know. But if something's, I can't be arsed with all this haggling. What the fuck's it all about? You know, if it's too dear, I agree. Walk away. Don't worry about it. If you start trying to bid, it's like, what do you really? If you really want the car, the money's not so relevant, isn't it? Surely, if the money's relevant, well, then it's too dear. Walk away. Find one that's the price you want to pay. But you don't. You can't. You know you can't find one. That's the thing, isn't it? If you were standing on a desert island, what would you? You could bring 3 items. What would you bring? 3 items. I'd probably bring 3 phones, just so I could do a live. Say, look at this. I'm a digital nomad now. I'm working from home. I'd want a fake laptop and a couple of phones just to stream. I'll need Starlink though, wouldn't I? No, I'm assuming there's internet on there. Skynet. No, not Sky. Oh, you got me there. What do you call it? What's the Starlink? Not Sky. Did you say Starlink or did you say Skylink? Skynet. What's that? That's on that thing, isn't it? That's on that. I don't know. What's Skynet? Wasn't that? That was on that War Games, isn't it? Skynet. What's despicable? I don't want no food. I just want to stream, innit? And I'll tell everyone that I'm a digital nomad. Imagine that working on the beach. 50 quid. What? Starlink is Skynet, is it? Nah, you're having me on there. Starlink's Elon Musk, isn't it? Terminator. Oh, is it Terminator? Oh, see, I can tell I watch the films, can't you? You tell that. Amazing, I got all this chat really. My mate, he says he's watching me. I rang him up. He had a missed call. I thought, oh, I'll ring him back. I ain't spoke to him for ages. And he said, I said, we're both guilty. We don't ring one another. And he said, I watch you every day anyway. What do you mean watch me every day? I see you every day. I'm like, well, and he means on TikTok. He says me. Am I a taxi driver? No. Why? Where do you want to go? I could be. I couldn't be a taxi driver. They're too rich. Taxi drivers too rich. Literally, Starlink is now Terminator. Terminator. What's Terminator then? Is that Schwarzenegger? Is that Terminator? I like the what's the ones where he goes back in time and is that Terminator? I don't know. What's the one where he goes back in time? Is it? I'll be back, innit? Is that him? How would you How would I charge out what? Terminator's better. Yeah, but what was the film where is he John Connor or John Connor and fucking I'm useless and I'm useless. No, it wasn't Total Recall, was it? Oh, I don't know. See, I've got to watch all these films now. Now I've got to go home and watch all these films. I've got to research them now. I can't be bothered. I'd rather be thick. I don't want to. I'll be back. I'll be back. That's my. No, mine is. I'm going now, and then I don't go. I'm going now, and I don't go. Don't ever talk to me if you're ringing me on. I should get a premium number. I think. You're boosting your motorcycle. Yeah. Ah, right. Yeah, yeah. But don't he? Who's the one who's after him? He always looks a bit evil, doesn't he? The other one. Was he a super Terminator or something? Am I your real dad? No, don't be silly. This is AI, mate. This is AI. Goes to Mars. Is it? You not watched too many. I remember there was an old I think it's black and white film, and there was this robot called Robbie. I don't know what that was. That was. I like that one. Is it Westwell? They went somewhere and it was like they was robots or whatever, but they looked like humans. They were like humans. I don't know what it was. Is it Westworld or something? It was always a bit creepy. Did it have Yul Brynner in it? Westworld, wasn't it? And you know, you could pick a date out and all sorts of stuff. But there was another one. There was this old film, and I'm sure there's this robot called Robbie. I'm sure it was Robbie. I don't know what it was called. Maybe old. Probably you lot are too young, aren't you? Don't even know what it was. But wasn't there one? Not Western, but didn't it have different things? Didn't they go there and it was like, I don't know, you could date all these women, or was there different areas or something like that? Didn't it all go wrong though? Didn't it all? And they shot them all, didn't they? Aren't you 12 for that? You should be enjoying a pipe and slippers. Well, I like my slippers when I get indoors. I love my slippers. Slippers are the best, aren't they? Okay, imagine a posh pair of shoes. They're rubbish, aren't they? Slippers are like lush. Otherwise, I'll take my slippers out. If I'm going to someone's house, take my slippers. Who takes the slippers? Debating carbine tactics and comparing the Terminator film. No, I'm not. AI summary. What's that all about? The boomers hold the wealth and we get none of it. Well, that's because we want to spend it, mate. We want to spend it on McDonald's and stuff. Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, I quite like that. That was good. I have seen films. I've been out. I've got reasonable knowledge. You know, as far as I know, Pete Bill's still in EastEnders, isn't he? Steve Roach, you changed your picture. What's that, mate? What's that all about? I'm glad you never took offence. I was only joking. Well, I don't really take offence. I just take, like, go away. That's what I do. Well, are we friends? Oh. What's that, because you want some money? Predator. What's the one where they was in the jungle? Is that Predator? Another one I didn't like, Alien. That was all. Oof. I didn't like Alien. That was a bit scary, wasn't it? I think I don't like scary films. I'm not a horror film. I don't know. How do you like them, like Saw and all that sort of stuff? How do you? Ugh. How can you what? How can you get pleasure out of watching that? I don't. No, I can't. I can't watch things online. You know, when someone like they fall or something, or they shut their fingers in something, or that footballer. Did he lose his thumb? Was it his thumb? Was it the top of his thumb or something? I see a video, I thought, I'll turn it off, I can't watch it. I don't get horror movies, I don't understand them. Life's a flipping horror, look at this lot. You lot catching me on here. Shopping centre in it? No. No, this is Dartford Tesla service centre. And I'm sitting here just charging my car. Wasting an hour, I thought, well, I'll just sit here for a bit, charge my car, I'll go in a minute. 10 minutes and I'll be buggering off. I don't know, I like sort of like happy films really. I like happy stuff, you know. I think if you watch them sort of movies, does it not make you depressed? Or is it just, you know, it's laughable because it's not actually real? Like, what's the other one, the Final Destination? You're like, I can't watch them sort of things. Ooh, nah. No, I don't know. I don't find it pleasurable. Maybe obviously people do because there's a lot of people going. Childhood films, yeah. What? Do I think Tesla's a surveillance company? Don't know. It's just a company that makes cars, isn't it? Makes cars and robots and power walls and solar panels and batteries, but should we make a show what happened to the British Dream? I think no, he's not the governor anymore. I don't think. I don't know if he's the governor of California, but he was. Um, well, say the British dream. You can dream yourself, isn't it? You can do. You can. Where do you want to go? I suppose, isn't it? What do you want to do? Do you know? And actually, do you know what? I seriously think what you want to do is you literally want. You want to be. You want all the boring stuff, innit? You want a reasonably happy life. You want to be well. You don't want no stress in it. You want to have some savings in your bank, and you can't do anything about the weather. And you just got to enjoy it, and you got to try and enjoy it really. If you enjoy it, then your life's not too bad, as long as you're not upset too much, isn't it? California's trash, is it? It's really sad. It's odd really, because it's people ruin it, isn't it? It's not. Humans are crazy, aren't they? Really? You think we'd all want to get along, wouldn't you? It's funny. We all like it when we're happy, and some people seem to want to make other people unhappy, and I don't get that. I don't get this. I don't get the pleasure from seeing your downfall or something really. But then everyone's different, aren't they? Really? It's really it's amazing. Now, Juggo, was it? I don't know. It's weird, but I don't understand that why you would want to take gear. I'm honest. My mum always said, I wonder what's missing from their life if you do it. I mean, I don't know what people go through. I don't know what people go through. I think it's just mad, really. You do stuff too, and you think, wow. Even a simple thing like having a credit card, isn't it? You go, wow. Private equity. It's weird, though, isn't it? It's weird, I don't know. The thing is, there'll always be big companies, aren't there? But I always think, I can only make myself happy, I can't, I can't control all the people around me. State Street. What's that? Is that what sort of? Where's that then? Is that a shop or something? Is it, or a street, an actual street? Oh, I don't know. I just think it's mad really. You see all this anger and that, don't you? It's weird, isn't it? It's just you think America. I know it's so big, but surely if I buy something in New York, the tax should be the same as in, I don't know, sort of. What I don't understand, the world, all the countries around the world, you think we'd all say, let's make tax the same everywhere. Literally, if you're in Finland, Switzerland, Belgium, England, America, Canada, why is it not just a standard tax? I don't get that. I don't get how we can't think, why can't we all cherry pick the best bits of all the countries? And go, well, Germany have got really good roads, America have got really good healthcare or something, Finland's got really good, you think we would say, well, that's really good, let's aspire to that. And it must be the same. Surely if I'm in America and I put my fingers in the socket, it's going to electrocute me, whether I'm in America, England, Finland, Spain or anywhere. So we all agree that's not a good thing. Standing in the middle of the road is not a good thing. Getting rid of guns, let's get rid of them, we don't need them. But I know it's simplistic. I know it'll never work because, well, unfortunately, we've got humans who just seem hell bent on, ruining stuff. And you think, madness, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. It's people. It's nothing to do with the buildings, the land, the trees, cats, dogs, tigers, alligators. None of them. People, isn't it? People, absolutely. Don't know. People are just nuts, really. Nuts. Selfish and rude and nuts, isn't it? Really, but there you go. Yeah, it's just weird, isn't it? But you would think, and another thing as well. It feels to me like it's corruption, isn't it? Corruption's huge, isn't it? Wherever. All right, mate. I'm good, thanks, Carl. That's a problem with. You imagine a lot of these sort of poor countries. The money, the governments get the money, and the top people just spend it all, don't they? And I don't begrudge anyone. So even like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, I know they're the richest people in the world. I don't begrudge them, at all. Why would I begrudge them? They're businesses. you know. But I begrudge the sort of the corruption in and that sort of stuff, and that's just bad, isn't it? That's bad. You know, you think you'd want to look after your population, wouldn't you? You think your population would just say, it's mad though, isn't it? They say it, how are we ever going to sort anything else? How are we ever going to sort anything? No, but you say F them, mate, but to be fair, I quite like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos over some politician who's giving money to something which is pointless. That would be my thing. My taxes are not going to Elon Musk and he's wasting my money. My government wastes my money, and HMRC over here wastes my money. My government just spend money on all sorts of stuff which is just pointless. That's what I mean. Well, yeah, but I think it's not businesses. And to be fair, they're only businesses. We could all break Amazon if we don't use them. We can't break the government because they're power. Banks and the government. It's all run by money. Government and banks. And we could all break the banks. We could all break, but we won't stick together. You divide and you conquer. That's what you do. Social media is perfect for us peasants ruining our own lives because we just want to argue amongst ourselves. If we got along, can you imagine how powerful we'd be? Whatever country you're in, if enough people, you win. You win the game. We're saying we don't care about the game, innit? We are mad. We are absolutely mad, you know. And I just don't get. We're so sure. When you're up the top, you must look down and just think, I love it. I remember talking to someone and he said, like with the car manufacturers, right? Yeah, but it's not Elon Musk. It's the system. You must be annoyed at the system, not him. The system. The system is set up in such a way that he hasn't got no money and you can't tax debt. That's a smart move. Would you not do the same though? Would you not do the same? I would definitely do the same if I was as rich as him. I would definitely do the same. So for me to criticise him, I can't do it. Well, he's part of the system. No, he's not part of the system. He is the system. The system is set up by your governments, all of our governments. We set up the rules, the laws. Like when something goes to court, it has a point of law. Basically, what it was, it sets a precedent. Some crime was done, and it sets a precedent, and it's a point of law, and you can't. That you know gets this is allowed. But we don't understand it. It's too. We don't need to understand it. We need to stick together. But we don't want to stick together. And you imagine if we all everyone in America stuck together, said we'll get along, we're gonna no more gear, no more cigarettes, no more alcohol, we look after ourselves. It would still take, I personally think, to break the system so that we could have the system so it's fair. I personally think it would take 3 generations. It wouldn't happen in 1 generation. It's not enough. It would take at least 3 generations. But then would it be a good thing? Because we'd all have power, and what would happen is there'd be people on a power trip, wouldn't there? And people, again, us people that were nothing suddenly would be powerful. And powers. Look at these incredibly rich people. They want power, don't they? They're not hungry for money. They want power. Power is where it's at. But you know, you'll never solve it. All the time we've got on our soul, you'll never solve it. All the time you have to go to the toilet, you'll never solve it. I think there's something wrong with. Well, that's the thing. The law is the law, isn't it? If you can, you know, if you can get away or not get away, if you can, you know, reduce your tax, but why are you not going to do it? Why not? Everybody would do it. Everybody sort of moans, and I think, no, you're all two-faced because we'd all do the same. Well, I'm pretty sure you would. You know, we say we wouldn't. It's very easy now to say it. But would you want to be the Prime Minister or like Donald Trump? Would you really want to be the Prime Minister of America or the President of America? Could you seriously imagine that as a job? Proud to be. I'm going to stick my fingers in the socket. My hair will grow. We would not imagine having friend bills. Yeah, but you can't. Look, he's made some smart decisions. Surely, you know, if that's, you know, if you were wealthy, mate, good luck to you. I think, you know, someone who's even if they've trodden a few toes, it's like, well, do you know what? That's he's just got in on the right thing. It's, I don't know. Well, but that's the thing, isn't it? It's always like civil servants, isn't it? Over here, it's probably the civil service that have the power. It's not the the prime minister of the government. It's the civil servants. It's all deals. There used to be a thing called Yes Minister program, and it was quite good. I forget who was in it, but it was quite good. It's all about, and someone used to work for a Saturday. He was a Saturday boy, and we left. His mate worked for the Foreign Office. And do you know what? It's just like, just if you're in government or anything like that, there's no shortage of money. There's never shortage of money when you're in government. Do you know that? You just, because it's not your money, is it? It's like you've got a job, and you've got literally you got, it's an endless supply of money, isn't it? Endless supply of money. No, it's called Yes Minister. It was with Paul Edgington, and he was the Prime Minister, and basically the civil servants were sort of telling him what to do. Basically, he was like a puppet, really. But it was a comedy thing. But you can just imagine that's what goes on. You're being surveyed. Yeah, but I don't mind surveillance, mate. I think if they want to track me, they want to track me, innit? I can't be bothered. I have to just sort of try and please myself, really, in a way, by nothing but, well, yeah, but you get into very deep, innit? I don't know. How would you run a country then? What would you do differently? You probably wouldn't. You get in there and think, I quite like this. I quite like this, doing what I want, and powerful enough that people respect me. I don't know. Power will always. Power goes to people's heads, doesn't it? I suppose. Wrongly, not rightly, but we're never. You get too deep, you never ever sort it out, would you? Ever. 0% interest banging for people, but then so you're going to lend them money, and you don't want no interest on the money? No, you've got to have interest on the money, haven't you? Interest should pay no tax, but then you're encouraging people that have got no money to have more children, aren't you? The welfare state, to me, sort of rewards bad behaviour, because if you're on the welfare state and you rent somewhere, your housing benefit will pay for it. But the moment you start, if you went to Tesco's and said, I'm going to earn 180 quid a week or 200 quid a week, you would have your benefits stopped. Really, we should top the benefits up. We need to encourage people back to work. We need to encourage people that if you feel a little bit tired, it's hard luck. Life is pretty shit, and you've got to go to work. This is the thing. When you're young, you need to learn and learn and learn skills. You can sell your skills, but we're not teaching people that, are we? We're teaching. It feels like to me like bad behaviour is rewarded. That's the thing. You can't look as fairly because we don't have the power. Well, of course you'd all change. That's what I mean. We're all a little bit two-faced, aren't we? It feels to me that when you have a welfare state, it will always be abused, because people are naturally abuse things, isn't it? And I think we need to encourage people to start businesses. We need to encourage people to employ people. But when you run a business, you pay Christ knows how much council tax, and you think, but I'm employing people, and all the tax. You just think, without. Surely it's better that we reduce the tax on businesses so they can employ more people and expand. And you want people to go to work, innit? Maybe we should force people. Maybe we need to go, okay, 80 years time, no welfare state. Everything's pay as you go. Your health's pay as you go. There's no, income tax is really low, but everything's pay as you go. The police, education, everything, pay as you go. But we've got 80 years to plan for it. Another thing with children, the amount of people you see with children, you think, I don't know. And they get a dog, they get a staffy, don't they? They got no money, they get a dog. I'm like, how are you gonna look after the dog if you got no money? But it feels to me it's gone so far down that route, you're never going to come out of it, are you? Never ever going to get out of the welfare state. I don't think. The welfare state should be like, you've had an accident, you work for yourself. I can't go to work, I need to pay my mortgage or my interest on my mortgage. I should get help, shouldn't I? But, that sort of thing, you don't get help. Little secret. I think it's all wheeling dealing, isn't it? That's the trouble. It's all wheeling dealing. It's not right. Well, but they will. Money does rule. Money. It's not governments. It's money, isn't it? The banks rule the world. The banks rule the money. Well, I can't do. What can you do without money? What can you do without money? I can't. I can't live anywhere. Maybe I could. Maybe I could live in a forest or something. If I'm caught, I bet I couldn't live in a forest for free. I bet there'd be some tax I'd have to pay or something. And taxes. I don't know. There's no fair system, is there? Because what's fair for you won't be fair for me. And then what if we can make us two fair? What about him? Boris Johnson. What about him? No, it's just, and you imagine if you're in power, you would be able to keep those people happy, but these people are not happy. So how do we keep them and them happy, and them and them and them happy? You don't. Well, fair system probably is a bit like communism, isn't it? Where everything's even. But then if you go to work and you dig, if me and you are digging holes, and I dig lots of holes and you hardly dig any because you're a bit tired, why should you get the same as me? Isn't that unfair? You should get, and I suppose life is like that, isn't it? If you work really hard at school, you study hard at school, and you get educated and you learn skills and you work hard, you do get rewarded more. You get rewarded more because you get a better job. Life is like that. The harder you work, the luckier you are, I think. The poor stay unhappy. Yeah, but then you've got to get out of the boredom. You've got to do what, you wouldn't be poor. So say you was really poor and you went to Manchester United and scored like 10 goals every match. You don't need no money to score goals, so you could be a very talented. If you haven't got that sort of talent, what are your skills? I need skills to sell it. If I've got skills, I can sell it. If I can solder pipes and put baths in, I could be a plumber, couldn't I? I don't know. If I was very good at making websites, I could probably, I could use my skill to make money there, and I could use my money to then employ someone. Then I can do, instead of 2 websites a day, I could do 3 websites a day. And then I could get someone else, and we're doing 6 websites a day. But I don't know. You shouldn't agree with me because I'm me and you're you, isn't it? Everybody's different, isn't it? Everybody's different, and we shouldn't all agree. But I do think the harder you work, the luckier you become. I really do. I think no one. I'm not entitled. Why am I entitled to anything? I'm not entitled to anything. We're poor because we need poor people. Well, you don't have to be poor, do you? You could be, and really it's what the people before you, your mum and dad, your nan and granddad, your great grandparents, what they done, isn't it? If your great grandparents had started a building company or a company and it had done pretty well, and then your grandparents had worked in that company and made it even bigger and employed people, and then your parents had worked in that company, the company would be thriving, wouldn't it? And then you'd be in a position to be driving a Porsche and people say, well, it's all right for you. Well, it's not really your fault, is it? Where you are, it's not really your fault, is it? Your mum and dad or your predecessors have worked hard or whatever, had their own business, and then people are just jealous, aren't they? They're jealous of, I don't know, I just think, should I be jealous, or should I think, how can I be there? How can I improve my lot, innit? Take the money. Well, the tax man only takes a percentage, doesn't he? Surely tax is only a percentage. Works the paint and decorate. There's nothing. Well, I'm not saying if your dad works in Tesco stacking shelves. There's nothing like that at all. But does anyone here wish their grandparents had started, say, I don't know, persimmons? Then, do you wish your great grandparents had started persimmon homes, or do you wish your grandparents worked in Tesco stacking shelves? I don't know. What do you think? You might say, oh, money's not everything, and they were happy. That's great. That's all that matters, isn't it? Are you happy? You can't look at someone who's got what you perceive is better, and and be unhappy. You got to work at stuff. No one gives you anything, do they? No one really gives us anything. We're born. No one gives us. We learn it, and if you're sensible, I suppose you learn. I don't know. Is it better to be sensible or better to be like a bit mad, really? Well, it don't really buy happiness, it just buys you peace of mind, doesn't it? It means you can have money, you can buy material, and also I suppose if you've got like problem with your knees, you could go in and pay to be have, you jump the queue, don't you, I suppose. And your kids, you could send them probably to have them private tutored so that they get they're coached, so that when they have exams they get, and then hopefully they get a better job, wouldn't they? But not everyone's that fortunate, are they? 50%. Well, but you can. My dad works at a job centre, but it's nothing. It doesn't matter where anybody works. I don't care whether you sweep roads or you're a millionaire. I don't care. If you're a nice person, you're a great person, aren't you? If you're an arsehole, you're just an arse. Manners and courtesy don't cost anything, and I don't mean to. I hope I don't sit here sounding like I'm the big I am. I'm not that at all. I'm just, these are my thoughts, and I don't know, my thought processes. Whether you agree with it, you shouldn't agree with it, because they're my thought processes. Yours shouldn't be the same as mine. We might agree, but surely you would have a slightly different thing, wouldn't you? Well, because you don't want to lose your house, and you want to be able to pay your loan, otherwise you can't keep your car. I don't know. Well, lower paid jobs, yeah, but the trouble is, the lower paid jobs. Look, if you want to be a carer, I mean, how hard work is that? But you can always get a job. Always get a job. If you want to be work in a restaurant as a waitress or something, you probably always get a job. But really, I'm saying, rather than do that, why don't you try and learn some skills so that you can monetize? I don't care. Like, I mean, I remember this girl, she wanted to be a photographer, and I said to her, I personally think go and work with a photographer for free. He went, oh. I said, no, hear me out. I said, look, I'm old, you're young, you want the money now. I said, I'm saying to you, go and learn from him how you do it, then you can do it. And that's what she done. All right, mate, that's what she done. And she said, oh, but you wouldn't want to work for nothing, would you? But you haven't got to work for nothing forever, but you just want to. If anything, is it better to learn the skills or have the money? I personally think I'd rather have the skills, then I can go and do the job. But you may not. You may go, oh, no, that's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like a car, no gas, no drive. Spot on, mate, spot on. Well, you can't eat, can you? What can I do without money? I can't eat. I don't know what I can do. I can't tax my car. Nothing, innit? Put money in the meter. I'm charging my car. I went to do my motorhome. Epoxy battery is flat, wasn't it? I can't believe it. And I'm trying to get under it, and I'm like, it's like here. It's about like this by my face, and I'm trying to solder this. But I thought, I managed to do it, but pain, absolute pain in the backside. But you know what? That's life. Who cares? Prime Minister, I wouldn't be, mate. No way. No way. I'd never be Prime Minister anyway, but would I want to be? No way. No way. What are you lot telling me what I'm doing wrong? Nah. I want to get on my life. I don't mind doing lives, but I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a Prime Minister. I don't mean none of that. Too many responsibilities, isn't it? Too many people tell you what you're doing wrong. Right, I'm gonna go and use their little boys' room in that hotel. A little posh one. I look like a right tramp going to the Doubletree at Hilton. Is it Doubletree at Hilton? Or by Hilton? There's a Doubletree by Hilton. I love it. I look like a tramp when I go there. LBC. Nah. I tell you, he used to like on LBC, he used to be a bloke in the mornings called Steve Allen. A bit like me, just talk. He just talk. Didn't have anyone on the show, he just talked. Literally talked. And I loved him. And apparently he got the sack because Sam Smith, is it Sam Smith? You know, that artist? Weird one. Anyway, he called him Sam Smith, and he refused to call him whatever he was, whatever he is, and apparently he got the sack. That's what I heard. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'll tell you who I do like on there, Nick Ferrari. I do like him. There's some I don't like on there, probably because they're Labour. But LBC, I do quite like it, but I miss Steve Allen in the morning. He was on from about 4 to about 6 or something. I used to quite like him. Now I listen to, if I'm up early, I listen to Radio 5 Live. Right, Jack, it's called Wake Up to Money. It's all business stuff, really. No, I'm just charging my car, and I've got enough now, so I'm going to bugger off in a minute. I'm actually going to go over and I'm going to go in the Doubletree by Hilton and smash the desk and say, "Where's my penthouse? It's not ready. Where's my Bentley? Where's my Bentayga? He was supposed to be here an hour ago. Where is it? I've had to do $5 in the casino waiting for him." Imagine that, spunking all that money in the casino. I can't get gambling. I cannot understand gambling. I really can't. Did I say that? Cannot. No, this is free, mate, because it's an old Tesla and it was free, so this doesn't cost me anything. Why do you think I got it? I'm tight. I am tight. I've never, ever, even to the day I die, will have a car I can drive for free. This is my best car ever. My favourite car ever is one that would do 50 mile an hour, but 200 miles to the gallon. You know, I've always wanted it to not go very quick, but be really economical. Every time I've had like a 3 litre or something like that, God, they just seem to hoover it, don't they? They seem like you fill it up and you think, it's like you can see the gauge going down, can't you? You think, what am I doing? For what? All that noise? Yeah, pop, 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 pop. And them AMG 63s, I've never seen an old one booting it. And then Mustangs as well. Yeah, I've got a Mustang 5 litre. Never see them booting it here. They boot it a little bit, yeah, pop, 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 and then they shut off, don't they? They want it, yeah, pop, pop, and they don't do no more. You follow them out up, but they do a little bit if there's someone around, and then when they go up the road, they're driving gently. And it come with the car. The car come with free supercharging to encourage people to buy them. What a move, isn't it? And then they took it away in, I think, 16, and then they brought it back from 17 to 18 or something like that. And that was then this is the car, but then what they've done, when they took it away and brought it back for about a year, it was you got it and the car. So when you sold the car, you didn't get it. I could have bought a Model Y and transferred. No, you don't. You need to check. It's called SC1, SC01 or something. Right, I could have transferred this free supercharge into a new one, and I didn't even think it was really very tempting. You know why? Because I thought, hang on, I've got to pay 40 grand to buy a new car, right? Yes, it'd be a brand new number plate, and I thought, I can't see any value in that. I can see zero. I cannot even see a molecule of value in that. I'm giving 40 grand. I've got free supercharging. It would do about 100 mile more. I'm going, hang on a minute. So it would do 100 mile more, and I've got to give 40 grand to buy another car. I can't. I thought, and I know people have done it. I'm going, oh yeah, but it charges quicker. It's like, I can't see it. I cannot get my head around it. But I don't have to get me around it because I didn't do it. Pay 12 for it, apparently you're 32 there. What? I've got to go. Yeah, it come with the car. Public charges are quite expensive, but you know, they're just expensive, aren't they? You know, but petrol's expensive, isn't it? Old Mustang. I don't understand them. I sort of know them obviously, but I don't understand them. I don't understand them, and doesn't matter. Look, if someone's got a car and they're happy with it, that's all that matters, isn't it? Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what I do. Good job if people are not like me. But you know, I just think you spend a lot of money on this stuff. Where's my Bentayga? You want one of them, wouldn't you? Right, I've got to go. I like George Clooney. I don't even know him though. Would you do what? I've got to go. I'm going because otherwise I'll never go. Otherwise I'll stay all night, won't I? Right. See you later. I've got to get my Bentayga.